Okay, let's do this while I've got a chance. And we've got Druin, which is the oak, Taurus, religion, teachers, where the Druids worshipped, so church. So the oak, from the branch, here we go. The oak. Door. 73. You are being judged. It's Judgment Day. It said that in the song as well. So they will decide whether you're allowed through to the other side, the 1111 gateway. If you are not good in heart and soul, you will not pass through. 73. So do what's right is what they said to us, isn't it? The tree, the oak, the number 7, we had 7 in the dice. The place on the hand, the joint of the index finger, so that would be that one, which is Aquarius, which we had again in the cards. Well done, Spirit. The colour black, the stone, the white carnelian, the bird, the wren, which is the hardest one to find. It's the little tiny bullet one with the tail that sticks up at an angle. They send young priests out to find one because they're very difficult to find. The planet Jupiter, which we've got on this card, today's card. The thorn apple. The crown of fire, we had the Ace of Wands. A tower of strength, a tree of courage, our fiery natures manifesting our will. The Ogham is strength, highest of bushes, and most carved of craftsmen. So the joiner, master craftsman. The fuel of midsummer fire, so June the 21st again. The fire of Vesta, so matches, someone setting fire to something. Door means door. It is the tree of endurance, and through that triumph. Its roots are said to extend underground as far as branches reach upwards. So as above, so below. It's about being grounded. It's about being stable. It's about your family tree. The sun, fire, protection, health, money, healing, potency. They talk about healing. Fertility, they talked about that. And luck, they talked about that. The Druids would not meet for rituals unless the oak was present. The word Druid possibly comes from Dieu. Oak was sacrificed to the underworld as a life giver. In ancient days, the tree could not be cut down unless mistletoe was hanging in it. So sacrifices. So Christmas perhaps. Oak is the attractor of lightning. So the tower, the storm. It is a sign of strength and endurance. Joy is the power needed to overcome all tests, and they gave us that with Mars. The power of the oak will make a heroine of the one who knows it. Joy is a gateway to the inner realms, a sign that reveals the truth. They're going for me through it already. About past actions. This awareness gives strength and vision to one who sees beyond the horizons of time. Joy is a gateway to new understanding. You must be willing, if you feel ready, to court the lightning bolt, so face the chaos head on by taking action now. Also, there is a need for protection, a need to shelter oneself if not quite ready, and they said that as well. So that strengthening can take place. Draw strength and endurance from the oak. The common oak is the oak of myth and legend. It is often called the great oak, and it grows with ash or beech in low-lying forests. I am God, who but I set the cool head aflame with smoke, so somebody's head's on fire. It is part of the beech family, so if your name is Beech, B-E-E-C-H, could be important. I caught the lightning bolt, but my feet are rooted in the earth, so I am grounded. I am the stout guardian of the door. The cycle of the moon turning around the earth, Armageddon sings, I am God who set the head on fire. Fire is most definitely all around us. The fire of the sun has reached its peak. The night now is the shortest length, and we celebrate with the fires of midsummer, the 21st of June again, lightening even the shortest of nights. The sun's light has now reached the limits of its growth. Soon the dark will begin to advance, but it will be a while before we begin to really feel that it's happening. For now, this climax of power of fire is where we place our focus. How do we best use our gifts while it is so freely available? Since this fire, the light of the sun, is essential in maintaining life and growth, so get out in the sunshine, get your vitamin D. Now is the time to internalize and store it in some inner place within where we can tap into it when it has begun to weaken. We must set ourselves on fire within ourselves by using the power of the sun to achieve this. There is a spiritual teaching of the East, a fire depicted, rain-headed serpent. So the serpents, the snakes, they was mentioned today, and the rain. The coils up along the energy channels of the body, gaining strength as it reaches, so your DNA, each energy centre of the body, until it bursts forth through the crown of the head, manifesting great light, so an aha moment. This Kundalini energy, which, believe me, is weird, is available and worthy goal of the season. As the moon waxes, we turn our attention to the sun's heat, paying attention to how we absorb and utilize it within, so solar panels may be. On the full moon, we come to the coiled serpents of our aroused, sometimes sexual energy, it mentioned that as well, which will, if acknowledged, put into play the great spiritual act. We shall indeed set our heads on fire, so some of you will conceive at the waxing of the moon. As the moon wanes, or is it the waning of the moon? As the moon waxes, yeah. And as the moon wanes, we further internalize this, making our captured power of the sun's zenith secure. So definitely the waxing and the waning of the moon, so that even in the coldest and darkest depths of the dark, it will be able to guide us and fuel us. She is awakening, magic is afoot, and we have the magician today. She is arising, she is dancing, she is glowing, she is radiant, she is brilliant, she is beauty. Turn back the wheel lest we burn. She is splendour, she is shining, she is setting, she is fading, she is dying, she is peaceful, magic is afoot. On the earth, in the air, through the fire, by the water, I am magic, the oak moon's daughter. And then Chris and Carol could be important. Uranum of the great goddess mother creatrix, ruler, the goddess of all things. She was born out of chaos, and we talked about that today. And immediately she set about separating the water from the sky. She began a beautiful and sensuous dance of creation across the water. She danced faster and faster until a great wind grew behind her, so tornadoes. Uranum caught this wind in her hand and created a great snake she named Ophion. Ophion watched Uranum dance across the waves and was filled with lust. He coiled his body around the goddess and made love to her as she danced. Transforming herself as a dove, the goddess behind the universal egg, so peace, as the egg burst open, the earth spilled forth, and all the plants and animals were born. Uranum was pleased with her creation, but when she saw Orpheum strutting about, boasting that it was he who was responsible for this marvellous creation, Uranum banished him from the heavens. Uranum has also created the 7 planetary powers. Thea, Hyperion were given the sun and the power of illumination. Phoebe and Atlas, so maps, were given the moon and the power of enchantment. Dion and Cruz were given the planet Mars and the power of growth. Metis and Coes were given the planet Mercury and the power of wisdom, so they're given us wisdom. Themis and Uranum were given the planet Jupiter and the power of law. Rhea and Cronus were given the planet Saturn with the power of peace. So, wide wandering refers to her as the moon travelling across the sky. She is called Exalted Dove or Iahu in the Sumerians. From space I arose, awake in the great nothing, the all potential, the great swirling fields, the empty void of space, all that can be, all that is, my joy so complete, being overcome with delight, my body moved in ecstatic pleasure. ripple of laughter bubbling forth. I am lost in my intensity. I dance forth creation, dividing earth and sky, dancing on the waves, birthing the north wind, creating in my joy, lost in my dance. I am all that is. Wren is the king of the birds. Its attribute is charm. Wren teaches us the gift of song and good cheer. So sing up, sing loud, sing proud. One begins to participate in the celebration of life. And that's what they said today, celebrate. The wren symbolises wisdom and divinity. It is difficult to actually see a wren. In the new year, the 1st of January, a young apprentice druid was given the task of travelling into the countryside in search of a wren. His task actually that of finding hidden wisdom. If he found the wren, he would take that sign that he would be blessed with inner knowledge in the coming year. Finding a creature small and elusive to the point of invisibility was a metaphor for finding the elusive divinity within all life. Druids kept wrens for divination. In Celtic mythology, the wren was the oak king, but it was killed at winter solstice, 21st of December, to make way for the robin, the spirit of New Year. Medieval folk observed the direction in which the wrens flew to determine their luck. In modern times, the image of the wren may have gone from the backs of farthing coins, but it remains popular in many designs. Even though the early belief and folklore has been forgotten, the wren still has a nest in our affections. A wood without wrens is a sad place. Carnelian is the tune with the energies of the earth. Its strong connection with the earth makes it a good stone to keep you anchored and comfortable in your environment. Carnelian's grounding influence allows you to feel settled and more secure. Carnelian's stimulating energy influences the reproductive organs. This stone has long been used as fertility symbol for that reason. And carnelian can also help to stimulate creativity. It seems to have a clearing effect, dispelling negative energies, which they said in the read, as it replaces them with positive ones. This can make it easier to find direction, and its growing effect can make it easier for you to feel in control of your life. This makes carnelian a good stone for people who feel like they are going nowhere. Carnelian can help with motivation, allowing you to find the energy to make the most out of life. It is also said to help purify the blood and the liver, giving you more physical energy. This makes carnelian a good stone for people considering new projects or a different direction. Well done, Spirit. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye.